Hello everyone, this is SWTOR Snoopy here, back with another video. Today I have for you guys another Star Wars Republic Gunnery Commando PvP episode. In today's episode, we are going to be playing on the Denova Warzone. Now, this episode is going to be a post-commentary recording. So what that means is I recorded the gameplay in its entirety without any of my speaking portions, and afterwards I decided to record my voice, just talking about, what I was thinking during the game, and also just discussing some of the tactic points that I decided to utilize. Personally, I thought that this was a very, very good match, and also that it would be very fun to upload. But anyways, that's all I have for this intro, so I hope you guys enjoy this gameplay. If you guys do, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and let's jump right into this war zone. Alrighty guys, we're in a match right now. So as you can see, we are on the Denova war zone, and as stated in the intro, this is a post-commentary, recording. So I'm just going to be commentating over the stuff after the fact. So as you can see right here, this match, I'm not really worrying too much about the objective for the time being. I'm just trying to take down enemies one by one. And I think the trend with this particular match is I'm just really going for some kills, because our team does have pretty good support here, and I just kind of knew that coming in just looking at our team comp, that we could do some devastating damage if we did work together. So as you can see right here, I am just attacking this shadow. I'm trying to go after him, but at the same time I'm kind of contemplating if I should go back to my team and or just go for the hot pursuit. Now as you can see right here, I noticed that a teammate was in the fray. They're taking a lot of damage, and I wanted to be a part of that. So as you can see, my teammates are starting to back me up here. And I also noticed that there's another commando, and I always think it's fun when there's another commando on the opposite team, because I always just like to go after them in particular, just because, hey, it's the same class as me. It's always fun to notice someone like that. And also, as a plus, is they are gunnery, so I'm just kind of like fighting myself in a sense. So, as you can see, I'm going to net him right here. He is wrecking me. He's just completely destroying me. I'm very, very low. It looks like, I still have a net on me, and I'm kind of trapped, and unfortunately the commando is going to get a nice demo round and finish me off. So currently, as you can see, we are in the lead. We do in fact have 2 turrets out of 3, which means we are doing some damage. So once again, I noticed that my teammates are still attacking in that same area, so I decided to join them once again and then continue going after some people. And like I said, in the beginning, this is really a match where we're just going for some, I gotta say we're kind of playing the offensive. We aren't really worrying about the defense here. And that's really what this match just comes down to, is just waiting for some of the enemies to respond and just trying to hold them back. Now, as you can see, sometimes the enemies do eventually get to our node, but it seems like my team's objective here is just to do a ton of DPS and to keep everybody away. So as you can see right here, continuing with the gameplay, we are going after these players one by one. And that is the one thing that is really good with our team comp in general, is that they are focusing people very carefully, and that is very important to consider. Now, as you can see right here, I did take a risk by going after this healer that was hiding behind a tree. And it wasn't really smart on my end, but at the same time, I thought that it could, could help us out. Now, I was taking a lot of damage there as well, so I decided to CC the commando and just completely escape. And that was kind of a wake-up call for me, is, hey, it could end badly if I'm not careful. So I'm attacking right here, and I did also notice in the chat that it appears that we had some problems at West. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to go or not. I was just kind of considering the options. As you can see right here, I just quickly moved my camera. I looked over, saw, hey, they are still having some issues, but I thought that they could handle it. And the reason that I'm deciding whether or not to commit to the opposite node is I don't want to overcommit, because I've seen it, in multiple games where sometimes it's good to, help out your team and support, but at the same time, if there's not many enemies at one node, it's not the wisest thing to just overcommit and just send everybody there, because then you might lose another node. Like, for example, if everyone decided to go straight to west and they just left mid open, then we would lose that. So I got here kind of late, not gonna lie, and I noticed that there's one guy left, so I was gonna quickly take him out and then head back, because I know that I wasn't really needed there. So just the long haul back, we're just going to continue heading towards mid. And as you can see, we still have a very good advantage. It looks like the enemy team, they did manage to push up towards mid this time, which wasn't good for us, as since they did push up, that means that we're going to run into some more problems. We're going to have to play a little bit more defensively. So since everyone decided to move up, I was just continuing to attack people. And I didn't quite kill that enemy that I was going after. And since I didn't do that, I was just worrying about everybody else for the time being. Just tab targeting left and right, no big deal. And once again, I make a similar mistake where I'm way too close to enemy lines. And that's a big issue, because I'm becoming the center of attention, which I really don't want in a PvP war zone. As I am ranged, my main goal is to kind of sit back, relax, and, do some damage, enjoy the show. But as you can see right there, I was getting teamed up on by everyone. Very tactical. They noticed I was low, and they decided to take me out. And that's a thing that they are doing with the other players on my team, is they're kind of going after one by one, being very tactical about this, as they do want to get this node. So I'm going after this Marauder for the time being. I did throw a net on him, so he couldn't escape. So that was useful. And once again, I'm just trying to go after everyone that I possibly can. And our team really is doing a very good job at just focusing everyone down. So I noticed that a Merc was going after this Commando. And since he was netted, I thought it would be wise to quickly take him out. Otherwise, if he decided to live, then we could eventually have problems later on. So once again, I'm kind of out in the open. I decided to pop some defensives and just continue this attacking phase, as our team did have a good enough support that I did feel pretty comfortable at this point. So here we go. We have this Marauder force choking. He was taken out, and then we're moving after people constantly. This is really one of those matches where I kind of knew, like I said, kind of after a while, I kind of knew that our team was playing very tactically, and we were being careful about who we were attacking. That as long as I just kept focused, kept trying to do my part, we would be a-okay. So there we go. It looks like our Slinger is going to pop a shield right there. And we are continuing this for the time being. We are doing a very good job just trying to keep them off the node. And as you can see, we eventually now have driven them away. We managed to push the enemy back, and we are trying to just keep them off of this node right here, because that is very, very important. So I'm getting into a fight right here with the other Commando, and he is running away for a bit. So I decided to go after somebody else, because I don't want to play this game where I just run after everyone. Now I'm taking a lot of damage here, and I'm about to die, but I let greed get the better of me. I just wanted to get that kill real quick, because that is always fun. But obviously, I did kind of sacrifice myself there. Sometimes greed can get the best of us. So here we go, moving back to the node. And we're just going back and attacking people. As you can see, more at mid. I guess say kind of like this whole entire episode is really just the attack of mid. It's just quality gameplay, just trying to keep control of mid. So here we go. We are continuing to destroy their bunker, as they are no longer getting the objective, and we still are maintaining this. So I'm taking some damage. I'm hurting quite a bit. Some AoEs here and there just to soften everybody up. So a nice little Force Storm is going to ruin my day, but I decided to use an Electronet, so that Sork was trapped and they couldn't use their bubble. So we're getting right down to the wire. This is the very, very end of the match. So just to finish it up, we're going to go after some of the enemies. And yeah, I mean, that's going to be just a 10 out of 10 time right there. So there we go. That's going to be the end of the match. and overall I thought it was a very, very fun time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Star Wars Republic Gunnery Commando PvP episode. If you did, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.